Hello everyone. Welcome to the 5th Leadership Summit of IIM Raipur. The theme of this year's summit is New Horizon of Indian Business, March towards 100 years of Indian independence. I am Ritu Parna Mandal and I am from the Media and Public Relations Committee of IIM Raipur. Today we have with us our esteemed guest, Mr. Abhishek Trigunait, Chief Technology Officer, ZS Associates. He is a seasoned global leader, passionate about business and technology. He is also a member of various councils and research committees such as Harvard HPR Advisory Council, Forbes Technology Council, etc. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to IIM Raipur.
Pleasure being with you. Thank you. Thanks for the invitation.
Sir, first of all, we would love to know about your experience at the Leadership Summit.
It was very nice. I truly enjoyed the themes and then, of course, the questions that sort of came along, both from our moderator, professor, and also from the students who were saying. So, I think very relevant towards today's time. And the topic resonated a lot with me, just talking about frontier technologies, but also how do you manage the disruption and the change management. So far, been awesome.
That's really nice. I'm glad to hear that. So, moving on to the next question. Recently, ZS Associates launched Zaden, the life sciences platform. How is it going to benefit the healthcare companies?
It's a great question and very close to my heart, as I am part of the founding member team, which is launching Zaden. So I think the way we are thinking of this is the intelligent life sciences platform for the life sciences. And the goal is to create a common foundation, and on top of that, have multiple of these verticals, going all the way from commercial to clinical to analytics to supply chain and so on. Now, in terms of how we hope it's going to benefit our customers, first and foremost, we do hope that it'll allow them to onboard a lot of these technologies much easier. Because we have paid a lot of attention in terms of ensuring that it's open architecture, can very closely plug into the existing ecosystem, ensuring the investments that our clients have made remain safe. B, we have tried to make it intelligent all the way along. Intelligence in terms of the models that we bring in, but perhaps models which our clients and the vendors can also bring in. And then further going ahead by providing this concept of data assets that we are bringing to the table. And along with that, this network effects, which is a lot foundational to any network and platform that you want to create. Whether it's these nodes of the patients, the nodes of the sponsors or the pharma companies, the nodes of the vendors. The idea is to bring all of them onto this common platform, which can then continue to drive insights and suggestions and make them contextual for our clients to derive value. And all of that done in a very flexible and service managed way, where they can do it through business process as a service or build, operate, transfer or software as a service. All of that in a very user-enabled way, so that we keep user experience and customer experience at the center. So again, this topic very passionate. I can go on and on, but hopefully that provides some context to what you're asking.
Yes, sir. Sir, could you please share a few digitization aspects that are currently trending and driving the healthcare industry as a whole?
A lot when it comes to digitization. As I was sharing a little bit in my session today, earlier as well. The first and foremost is a little bit on this personalization aspect. We talked quite a bit about it, but that is one big digitization change we are observing, that because of personalization, there's a lot of data related segmentation, a lot of data related identification and personification in terms of what does it mean for that individual. We use concepts like segmentation of one in today's lingo and from a digitization standpoint. So there's a lot of personalization definitely happening. The second I feel is a lot of, from a technology usage standpoint, there's a huge amount of user force that is all getting plugged into leveraging digital and so on. And that's a big change, whether through concepts of IoT or 5G now, going into it, but even with like 4G with the handheld devices, whether it's phone or the tablets of the world and so on. There's a huge population which is now getting associated with the technology and the digital side of things. And it's been augmented quite a bit now because of COVID, which sort of forced people, as the world sort of stopped for for a few months, I would say, and still, we're still dealing with some of the professions. But the idea is that how do you leverage this opportunity, this COVID-led acceleration, and this mass movement towards the digital adoption, some by force because of the circumstances, and some by preference because it's making life easier for the people. So that's the other one we definitely see. And the third one, which is a little more being intelligent as well. I was touching earlier, but this AI ML model or data-led augmentation that we are seeing is sort of other digital trend that we are seeing. And last but not the least, I would still call it in terms of the human in the loop or all around the people. That how do you bring all of these technologies together in this idea of everything as a service? Because you've got to make sure that it's creating value, but it's also realizing value for the end user. So that's how I would suggest that all of this is sort of coming together when you look at digitalization, and the pace continues to accelerate.
So, in the last year, we all have witnessed how technology has helped in disruption management. So, what scope does disruption management has as a new academic discipline in business schools?
Yeah, no, I feel it's something very, very relevant. And again, going back to today's session, we did talk about it quite a bit. Whether it's disruption of technology, disruption of people, disruption of business, it is something that we are living very much every day. And from an academic discipline standpoint, I feel it needs to be part of all the courses. I mean, again, there could be something dedicated for sure, but it needs to be part of anything and everything we do. Because there's just so much of change happening around us that anything and everything that we learn today is perhaps outdated tomorrow. If not 100%, a part of it is certainly outdated tomorrow. So how do we bring in this mindset shift towards being a lot more agile, a lot more disruptive, a lot more unlearning and relearning, a lot more of augmentation of this human technology, people, process, all of that coming together and managing this change. So I absolutely feel that disruption management is a big ask. And at the end of the day, we are all human. And as human beings, we don't like change. We love to stay in our areas that we all have mastered. So I think it's a great aspect and great opportunity for the academic community as well to have perhaps some dedicated courses. But I would suggest to weave it in all the courses as well to see what does change apply, what does change mean to that area of expertise.
To the last question, any advice you would like to give to the students of IIM Raipur who will soon be young professionals?
I'm sure, your professors and you guys amongst the community are definitely going to teach us as well as we look to the younger generation, is how I would start with. But a few learnings I would say: don't feel shy of experimentation. Please go out there, experiment, and try to learn as much as possible. That's what we are seeing these days. That there is no one area where you can say that this is the only one that I'll work in and not touch the other areas. So try to experiment and also try to bring this amalgamation of a lot of various disciplines. That's probably the second one I would offer. And the third one also is continuous learning. That don't shy away from unlearn and relearn, because there's the new age we are getting in, and what we are observing even now. That the technologies we learn today is perhaps outdated tomorrow, or perhaps it will make a comeback. But this idea of continuous learning is extremely important. And the last one I would add is, which is a little bit around the ethics and the trust and the societal aspect. Don't shy away again from trying to play by your own rules, your own values, and try to find a mission. And money, of course, will follow. But it's the mission, what do you want to do in your life? And hopefully it's good for some society, is how I would say. So that would be my last advice, that try to find the mission of your life, mission of your corporate life and personal as well. Hopefully they could coincide, but try to bring all of these 2 or 3 things together and you'll enjoy. And once you enjoy, you'll do a lot more better things in the future.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you so much for your valuable insights, sir. We expect you to be at the campus someday.
Sure. No, I would love to. Thank you. You guys have been very kind. Would definitely welcome the opportunity. And hopefully we get out of this soon so we can meet in person.
Yes, hopefully. Thank you so much, sir.